It has been the deadliest day so far in Gaza, with 23 people killed, the majority of them women and children. On its side, Israel says a dozen people were injured by Hamas rockets. Israeli negotiators have been reported arriving in Egypt, but Hamas says talks are going nowhere and the mood is still violent. On a visit to Thailand, President Obama said America supported Israel's right to self-defense. The only way, he said, to stop the violence was for Hamas to end its attacks.
If we're serious about wanting to resolve this situation and create a genuine peace process, it starts with no more missiles being fired into Israel's territory. And that then gives us the space to try to deal with these long-standing conflicts that exist.
Well, the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, suggested that attacks on Gaza could be stepped up.
We are exacting a heavy price from Hamas and the terrorist organisations. The Israel Defence Forces are prepared for a significant expansion of the operation.
Our chief correspondent, Alex Thompson, is in Gaza and joins us live. Alex.
Well, wherever the diplomacy is going, Christian, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere fast, I have to say. A real change on the ground here. This, the bloodiest of the 5 days of fighting thus far. The reason for that, the IDF, the Israeli forces, going all out to attack targeted houses, which they say belong to senior officials in the Hamas organisation. At the same time, Israel knowingly and deliberately targeted 2 buildings overnight, which housed large numbers of journalists. That's certain to attract condemnation well beyond the Gaza Strip itself and indeed the frontiers of Israel. But it is that policy of striking houses which yet again has caught out a much greater number of innocents, women and children in that process. And therefore some viewers may well be disturbed by some of the images in this report.
Gaza City around 3 p.m. and the bloodiest attack yet by the IDF, Israel's arsenal. A family home flattened and 11 killed, 4 of them children, including a 1-year-old. Everyone agrees that Jalal Dalu lived here, a prominent Hamas fighter. It's not clear if he is among the dead. Near hysterical anger at the ever-growing number of bomb sites across this town and in the increasing number of people turning up at speed at the city hospital. Car after car, ambulance after ambulance, Gaza's agony unloaded into an overpressed accident and emergency unit. You never know where it's going to happen next. This building was hit a few minutes before we arrived. You get to hospital any way you can. More explosions and near panic.
A building hit just behind me quite recently, people moving from block to block, really unsure where to go. They've no idea when the next incoming attack will happen. Unlike the TV station where the IDF did at least warn people there would be another attack.
Yet journalists were still to be seen working on right outside the front door. This, one of 2 buildings targeted overnight, housing TV news companies. Israel said it was attacking Hamas communications here, though all the rooftop antennae still appear intact. But one result, a 24-year-old Al-Quds cameraman, Hada Zahar, lost his lower right leg and is tonight in intensive care. Step outside, turn on the car radio. And Israel dominates even here, interrupting Hamas radio stations to broadcast its message to Gaza.
Be responsible for your future. Stay away from all Hamas people, Hamas buildings and Hamas institutions.
Dominance by air with fighter bombers and the endless drones over Gaza City. And on the ground, the fear, agony and pain this morning as another woman was slowly pulled from a pulverized house. 54 killed in Gaza now, at least 600 wounded in about 1,000 attacks. For some, life in Gaza City has to go on, bombs or no bombs. For others, though, the anxious wait at the mortuary to claim their loved ones. In helpless despair, Zuhur Nahal's come to get the body of his 10-year-old daughter Tamsin, killed this morning.
This is the beach area of the refugee camp. It's where the children play. There is no militant activity here whatsoever.
Moments later, little Tamsin's body is transported through the streets. Another procession in this city of child funerals. And here they praise Hamas as they pass. And is this tomorrow's Hamas fighter looking on at the funeral today?
And really that funeral sets the tone. Hamas absolutely defiant tonight, even after a day like this has passed by. And of course, tomorrow on the streets of Gaza City, there will, as a result of what happened today, be a number of very large funerals. All the time, Benjamin Netanyahu saying he's pledged to expand his campaign and the attacks across Gaza. Well, we shall see how and where that next phase goes in the coming days. Back to you in London.
Thanks, Alex. And for more on the fighting between Israel and Palestinians in Gaza and full analysis, go to our website, channel4.com/news.